In this episode, we set up a new home base in the Corpus Christi area.
We drive all over eating seafood and scouting out kayaking locations and continue our pursuit of cinematic excellence.
Kayak launch that we've scouted today. All right.
Hi, we're John and Tandy, two retirees that are hiking, paddling, and eating our way across America, one small adventure at a time. Come with us on our road trips of unusual size.
This week, we moved our home base 3 hours down the Texas coast. The Corpus, Aransas, Rockport area is just one of our all-time favorite places. The big round bay is Corpus Christi Bay, and that red arrow shows the area where Rockport can be found.
Now we'll zoom in on Rockport. Our motorhome is actually parked on the edge of Salt Lake, which is on Copano Bay, which is off Aransas Bay, just adjacent to the Gulf of Mexico. We live right where this star is. It is a great location.
We spent some time this week scouting out locations for future paddles. You know, as constant travelers, we tend to paddle in a new place every time. So preliminary research and scouting really helps us figure out where to go.
The following clips show you 3 sites that we visited this week. Most of these spots are documented Texas paddling trails. Now, we weren't able to get any paddling in, but we did spend time scoping out the areas for our next 3 weeks here.
Well, hey everybody, we're at Lighthouse Lakes kayak launch. This is kind of halfway between Port Aransas and Aransas Pass. This is one of the kayak launch spots that we are scouting today. I wanted to show you what this looks like. So anyway, if you look over here, there's actually a kayak out there right now. This is one of the Texas paddling trails, and it looks like it's pretty easy to reach. So this place is definitely at the very top of our list of places we want to explore.
I'll put up an aerial view of this Lighthouse Lakes paddling area. As you can see, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. Some of these paddling trails have navigational markers, and some of them don't. We're just not sure about this place. But previous paddlers have given Lighthouse Lakes high ratings.
One very nice thing here is that the interesting spots aren't too far from the launch area. I'll put up a red star that will show you where we were standing in that live clip.
All right, well, we're now on Mustang Island. This is Mustang Island State Park. We were over on the other side on the beach side a few minutes ago, but now we're over at the kayak launch. The road here is really crazy. I'll try to show you some footage of that, but we crossed some water and finally got all the way back here, and it's a really neat area. Now, so we can either go this way or that way, and there's little islands out there just absolutely covered with birds. So we just need to go back and find a nice day for it, and we'll bring the kayak out here and explore this area. But it's a neat area, lots of birds out here.
And here's the aerial view. And that's where we just filmed that.
When there, we thought we'd be paddling out of that long channel, Fish Pass, and entering Corpus Christi Bay. But this satellite view showed us that neat-looking little channel just to the north. I expect that we'll head back there and paddle that area first.
Hopefully we can explore this place soon.
Okay, well, hey, we are now at the 3rd kayak launch that we are scouting today. We are at the Padre Island National Seashore. This place is just amazing. We had never been here before. It is very remote, it is very rugged, and it is going to be a very cool place to explore when we get the boat back out here. So let me show you what this place looks like.
That's where we were standing in Bird Island Basin. That little island to the north is Bird Island, and it looks the most interesting. I've sailed by there before in the past, and it's a pretty place. With favorable wind, we'll try to head that direction. We could tell that it was full of wildlife. So those are the places that we'll try to paddle while we're here in the Corpus Christi area. Our biggest challenge will be the weather. It's February, and the wind has been blowing like crazy. Winter storms up north really drive the winds around down here, so we'll just have to take advantage of the calm days that come along. Our kayak lives on top of our Jeep, and we can get to all these places in less than an hour.
Speaking of good weather days, we found a pretty good day this week and went exploring. Our trip started with a ride on a ferry across the Corpus Christi ship channel to Mustang Island. We've done that ferry ride in the past, and it's always a fun experience.
That's the beach on Mustang Island. Once off the ferry, you're in the town of Port Aransas, but these beaches are right outside of town, and there are nice places to explore all the way down the island. Many beaches around the U.S. prohibit driving, but not so down here. So we put the Jeep in four-wheel drive to experience driving on sand.
This was a little different than last episode's beach ride in the golf cart.
All right, we're back in the Jeep. We'll see if we can get back down this trail and get back to the highway. So here we are, jeeping on Mustang Island.
We only showed you a little of that state park Jeep trail, but it ran quite a distance. It was a fun drive, and we'll use it later to get to one of those kayak launch sites.
So what's next? Well, it kind of depends on the weather and how hard the wind is blowing. Hopefully it'll give us a few nice days where we can paddle and hike these pretty places. We only have 3 weeks left here, and we need to make the most of them. Thanks for watching.